We're here at Accessories International, and today we are showing off our brand new DMP Pro 685 Android command screen. This screen is taking over our DMP Android screens. It's the 685 versus the older generation, which is the 662. Now in this new screen, it's going to come with all of the same features you love. You have full compatibility between your Mercedes model, so your command knob, your volume controls, steering wheel controls, original Mercedes menu, rear view camera, all of that good stuff is still going to be fully compatible with this new screen, but we're packing in a bunch of new features that were not in the older version of the screen. You got a new user interface. You're able to customize the actual backgrounds and wallpapers with more custom features. You have faster boot up times, a better processor. You have the ability to screen mirror, and a 360 camera kit also comes as an optional add-on, so that the motherboard on the screen comes pre-programmed to receive a 360 camera kit instead of having to add an additional module behind your radio. You just add the cameras and you are good to go. Saves you a lot of money and makes it a lot more simple. All of these new features are packed into this screen, and you have compatibility with dozens of different Mercedes models, G-Wagons, C-Classes, CLA, CLS, you name it, the screen's most likely going to work in your car. Let's get right to it and show you what this is all about. This is a new DMP Android 685 Android command screen, and we're just going to go ahead and get this booted up so you can take a look at how it works. Now, as you can see, this boot logo here is coming up. This is completely customizable. You have the Mercedes logos, you can put the AMG logos, and if you want something custom, like your own vehicle or your own image, we can also add that as well. Now, as you can see, it takes just a few seconds for the screen to boot up, relatively quick, and we're going to go over a few of the performance improvements before we start diving into each individual icon and explaining how it works. So the first thing that we've really made the biggest improvement on is the CPU. We used to use an old Snapdragon 662 processor, and we've now upgraded to the Snapdragon 685. So what that means is higher performance on the screen. We have faster boot up times. We have more smooth and crisp performance. The overall touch screen is going to work a little bit better, and just overall the system's going to run smoother. Next thing we have is the GPU. We've upgraded from the Adreno 610 at 950 megahertz to the Adreno 610 at 1260 megahertz. So this is going to give you 3D graphics acceleration. The screen is going to move a little bit smoother. If you're watching videos, all the images are going to be just a bit more crisp. Moving on, we have the user interface. As you can see here, you have just the upgraded interface, which you can see all of the different icons right off the bat. Before, we had the icons that went from left to right, a little bit harder to see. You have to swipe through more pages. On the left side, you can see we also have the navigation, app, music, and settings, and then all of the different apps that you can move across here as well. Our Bluetooth version's been upgraded from 5.0 to 5.1. We have a new nano technology running a 6 nm LPP, which just means we're going to have an overall cooler system. It's not going to run quite as hot. We have a new upgraded storage configuration we offer. Instead of 128 gigs, you now have the ability to go to 256 gigs, which you can select when ordering the screen. And then the screen mirroring projection, a new feature that we've recently integrated to the 685 screen. You can actually mirror your iPhone or Android screen up onto the new Android command screen in the car. So YouTube videos, text messages, whatever you got from your phone, we'll be able to see directly on the screen. And now we'll jump into the different icons and show you how each one works. The first item that we get the most questions on is the original Mercedes menu functionality. So you click on the car icon and automatically it will take you back to the original Mercedes display. So right now we're looking at that Mercedes radio's display here. You have full functionality, including the command knob and all of the steering wheel controls. Here we can put the car into reverse and it'll pull up that original Mercedes rear view camera. You do not need to have an aftermarket or 360 camera for this to work. However, if you want to integrate it, you can. As you can see, we can also move the command knob around the menu, and that will also work. So all of your original Mercedes functions are fully compatible. You can access that through the car feature there. Now moving back to the Android homepage, you'll see you've got navigation, Bluetooth settings, equalizer. Here we have our theme to control the wallpapers and the background that we have on the screen. Here we've got video, we got music. This is going to be our CarPlay and screen mirroring. Here we have an instrument panel to show our RPM. Here you have the Google Play Store where you can download as many different apps as you'd like. The Google app, we got the weather app. Here we have our File Explorer. Down on the bottom, we have Maps. We have our Google Assistant. Here you can do some upgrades as well, APK installer and Z-Link. And then this ES File Explorer application, this is again where you can plug in like a memory card, a USB device that has any music, videos, or files saved in it that you may want to transfer into the new screen. Opening up the navigation, this is going to take us to our Google Maps, but you can program that icon to open up a variety of different mapping services if you want to use Waze or something else. You can also do that. Moving to the Bluetooth icon, this is where you're going to pair your phone in order to get the Bluetooth connection. Going back in here, we have our settings where you can control any of these settings that are built into the screen. Moving back home, we have our equalizer. Here you can fine tune the sound coming from the Android screen if you want to mess with the bass or the highs and lows, whatnot. Here we have our theme. So on the theme, this is one of the new features of the screen. You have full customization over the color here. You can choose a variety of different colors. We'll put on orange, and as you can see, it'll change the menu icons to orange. Going back to blue, and then on the top, we have our wallpaper selection where you can choose one of the default ones, or you can upload your own custom. So if you have photos that you want to do of your own car or interior or anything like that, select it, and then that background image is actually going to change as well. Moving into video, here we have our full widescreen video display. So you can see it gives you a real nice image, and it's going to use the entirety of the screen. It doesn't get cut off on the sides. And again, you can upload your own videos. You can stream videos from Hulu or Netflix or whatever it may be, and you'll be able to watch them here. Now moving to music, here you can program this icon to open up whatever you want. Here it's just opening our default app so you can test the sound, but you can program that to open up your Spotify or YouTube Music or whatever it may be. Moving to phone link, this is where we're going to have our Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as our screen mirroring functions. So right now I'm using the phone to actually record this. So the phone is going to, if you're trying to do a video and CarPlay at the same time, it doesn't work quite as well, but typically this is going to be very crisp and smooth. You have all of your messages, phone calls, navigation, all sorts of stuff, including music as well, which really conveniently, this was just going to automatically pair to your phone once you have your Bluetooth connected. So each time you turn on the car, it's just going to boot up straight to this CarPlay and Android Auto interface where you can just use it on a day-to-day basis real easily and conveniently. Now moving to the instrument panel here, this is just going to pull up a set of gauges. You got a nice little animation going around the gauges, which is a new feature as well. This is going to work with the car. So as you increase the revolutions per minute, when you give the car some gas, it'll also show that on the on-screen display. Then you can tap the middle to change the configuration of how it looks. The Google Play Store, again, this is going to be just your regular Google Play Store. It's like your app store. You sign into a Google account, you'll be able to download whatever you'd like. And then looking at some of these last applications here, again, ES File Explorer, you can see the different applications that you can upload, different files and content. And look at some of these last applications. Here we have our Google Maps. This will open up with your standard Google Maps, and you can sign in and use the Google Maps if you prefer not to use CarPlay. Here we have our Google Assistant. Here you can do some upgrades. It'll upgrade detect if your system needs a new update. Moving to the last page, here we have our Google Chrome app and a few other built-in internal applications that come with the screen. And lastly, you have the 360 panoramic video application. Once you have the 360 camera kit installed in your car, if you select the screen that comes with the motherboard ready to accept that 360 camera kit, you'll then be able to open up this application to see that 360 panoramic view from different angles, and as well as when you put your car into reverse, it will also automatically switch you to this mode so you can see your surroundings. And that's the DMP Pro 685 screen. If you've been on the fence thinking about getting a new system for your Mercedes, you have run into a unique time where we have just released our brand new system. It's been a long time coming to bring you all of these new features. There's never been a better time to upgrade your Mercedes. If you have any questions for us, my name is Alex at Accessories International. We're based out of Miami, Florida. We sell the screens, we give the support, we do the installations. If you need any assistance from us, give us a call, 786-242-5400. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, bringing you the latest on the how-to videos on how to utilize all these features and get yourself set up. Thanks again for tuning in.